right, welcome back, everyone. This week's Pictures of the Week is being brought to you by Flowers Deer Processing. They're no longer a garden center as of right now. They are preparing for opening day of deer season, which is coming up very shortly. It's about 4 weeks away. Matter of fact, Kentucky opens this Saturday, so great job there. First picture here, I gotta say a big thank you out to a new friend of mine. His name is Keith Cochran, and Keith says, Hugh, I got all kinds of pictures I'd like to send you. I said, send them on, brother. We'll show them on here. This is a picture of some deer that he took in Alabama last season. He's got a 5-pointer and a 7-pointer. That you'll see, and yep, there you go. I think that's the 5. But in Alabama, remember, it's a deer a day in Alabama. So he was able to harvest some does. He said those does came from Mississippi. And here's a Gunnersville Lake. He said, I went to Gunnersville Lake the other day, caught this 3-pounder. He said, so I'm best of both worlds. I get to go fishing and hunting. So great job there. And we got one more, I think. Yeah, there's some, he likes the European mounts. He wanted to show us the European mounts. And then you got another one here. I believe that's the 7-pointer. No, that's a 5-pointer that he culled. That was a cull buck off the place that he's hunting. And then we got one more, I believe. Look at here. They've got hogs down there in Alabama, too, now. So, man, you can make up some fine bacon. And we may talk about bacon or sausage here in a little bit, but some fine victuals right there on the porch. We thank Keith Cochran for sending them to us. You can send yours to us here, Southern Woods and Waters, 474 James Robinson Parkway, Nashville, Tennessee, 37219, or simply email them to me at hugh@southernwoodsandwaters.com. We'll get them on here really fast. So we appreciate Keith. Keith lives in Alabama, and just he and I became good friends, and he sent that, and we really appreciate him doing that very much. Okay, hey, a lot going on right now. This was the opening day of dove season at 12 o'clock noon today statewide, the opening day of dove season. So a lot of guys and gals out there shooting, you know, and I'm getting all kinds of reports. They got one box of shells for every dove. So there's going to be tonight, there's going to be some black and blue arms. You know that, some black and blue shoulders. Yeah. But it just doesn't get any better than that. And I know several people that go, yeah, that's about my speed, one box of shells for every dove. It's not about that. It's about the camaraderie, the fun, the hollering at one another. I can't believe you missed that one, you know. And it's all fun. It's all fun in games. And dove is a great bird, migratory bird that we have. A lot of them coming down now from Illinois and Indiana, and they're headed south. But as the more cold fronts come through, you're going to see the dove get a little fatter, the little bigger ones coming in from Canada and all that, headed down south. So the birds are going to get bigger. They're going to get slower, so you can hit them a little bit better. These that are in here now are speed demons. They're real thin and they can fly. But we hope you have a great time. Take a kid with you this time. Next time you get to go to the dove field, take a kid with you and let them enjoy going out there and hunting. There's nothing like watching a kid shoot 3 times at one dove. Now, Dave, have you hunted?
I have.
Do you like dove hunting now?
Yeah, I do. No, I actually have. It's been a few years since I've been. I had an opportunity to go last year with Jeremy Walker.
Yeah, Jeremy.
I called him today and I said, "You want to go tonight on the show, Hughes?" And he said, "Man, I'm busy." I said, "You've been dove hunting all day." He said, "Our birds left." He said, we worked so hard. He and Kevin He said, we worked so hard. He said, they're just not there. He said, we'll give it another week. Maybe they'll come back. But they worked so hard.
You know, rain messed up a lot of people. I know a few guys that had wheat fields, and they were had them, and they put them out the right time, and according to TWRA. And then as soon as it did, it rained, and they germinated. And their wheat's like 4.5 inches tall. He's like, that's not good for dove.
That could have been what happened to Jeremy and Kevin. Who knows?
But you know, everybody has a great time. There's a lot of, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of WMAs out there that you can dove hunt on. It is a first come, first serve kind of thing. The one out there at Pools Knob, by Percy Priest is usually a great hunt, but you do have to get in line to get a spot. Usually they go pretty fast, so give them a try. You can go on their website at tnwildlife.org and find out where these WMAs are if you're unsure. And they do have a list of leased fields that they've leased and they've made available for the public. So go out there and check that out also. So there's a lot of places you can go hunt. You just got to do a little bit of investigating. But hey, we've got David McMurray with Nashville Marine, and he's located out there at Four Corners Marina. If you know where Four Corners Marina is, out on Percy Priest Lake, you will pass David to get there. So he's on the right hand side as you come into there. David, you've been there for a long time.
I've been there since '95.
You have done some of the best fiberglass work I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that's what we started out doing. You remember in '88 I started Stratus Boats.
Yep.
So I came out of manufacturing. About '92 I moved to the Javelin plant in Murfreesboro, which we made Javelin and Hydrosport and Stratus out of there. We made the Hydrosport saltwater back then.
Right.
And then in '95 I thought, we need a repair center around here, fiberglass repair center. So a friend of mine and I went down there and rented a spot where I'm at now.
That's right.
A little 50 by 50 of that building, and I guess I did fiberglass till I guess about 8 years ago.
Yeah.
7 or 8 years ago, and then had an opportunity to open a dealership up, and it's just grown leaps and bounds. It's
you've
been
been
good for
there.
us.
You have integrity. You're trustworthy. It's a great place to go. Everybody knows you're going to be there.
Yeah.
That means a lot.
Yeah, I've got a good group of guys that help.
Yeah.
With Bob and Eddie, and they've all got good reputation. Josh, Melvin in the back.
Yeah,
Kevin
Melvin
does
does
the
great.
glass now. They've all got years of experience in the boating. I mean, they all, and not only that, they all love to fish.
Yeah.
When somebody comes in and talks to fish, I'll usually just push them dead and say, yeah, that's it, yeah.
That's it.
And when they leave, Eddie's like, you didn't have a clue what he was saying. I said, I know exactly what you're talking about. They always
It
give
doesn't
me a
matter.
tough
We don't know what
time.
an A rig is from
Yeah.
from a Carolina rig. It
I
doesn't
know,
matter.
right? Yeah. But let me sell them a boat.
That's right.
And give them
That's
that
right.
extended warranty.
Give them that extended warranty.
Yeah.
But now the fiberglass end of it has been a mainstay for you for a long time because,
Yes.
oh my gosh, I have been there and seen some of the most. I would thought, no, there's no way that boat's trash.
Yeah, we've done some pretty exciting things. Most people don't realize that polyflake on there, it'll be shipped to us in a bag.
Yeah.
It's literally just a bag of glitter.
Yeah.
And by the time you mix it in with the clear and get it sprayed with backup, just the transformation. They're like, wow, it was in a bag a minute ago, and
now
2
it's on the
hours
boat.
later, like, look at this. This is pretty awesome.
I want to tell everybody that the fiberglass shop is not just for small boats.
Oh no.
You do ski boats, wake boats,
Jet skis, anything. Anything
cruisers.
fiberglass. Yeah.
I've
always say,
seen
you crack
houseboats
it, we patch
there.
it. I say, you crack it, we patch it.
There you go. There's a new
If
logo. You crack
if
it,
you
we patch
gouge
it.
It doesn't matter.
But
So.
I've seen
Yeah.
huge cruisers, 50 footers in there,
yeah.
60 footers in
Yeah,
there.
I've got we've got some equipment that'll lift them off the trailer. Some huge hydraulic jacks, and then of course if we get them in the building, I've got overhead cranes that'll lift them off. So we can. There's not much we can't do. We do a little carpet work.
That's another thing.
Trailer bunks. We do a lot of trailer bunk repair, believe it or not.
Well,
a lot of that.
See, there's nobody that's really out there saying we will do your trailers and get them right for you again.
I
I'm
tell you
seeing
what we
them at
did
the
this
ramps
year.
with broken boards and everything else on them.
We've had some folks come in and want to get them repainted. Get my trailer redone. It'll be rusty. I've had the gator hide put on them.
Yeah.
Just take them right, just like you do in the back of your truck.
That's a great
My guys
idea.
will strip them down, take them up there, and have them sprayed on there, like the spray liner.
Yeah.
And it looks awesome. We can get different colors. Really looks good.
And it lasts a long time.
Lasts a long time. Yeah.
Won't rust and all
No,
that. It's,
absolutely not.
but you'll also put the new boards on there, new carpet.
boards, yeah.
You'll fix trailer lights. I know
LED
you
lights,
do it all.
anything. Everything but upholstery. We don't do upholstery.
Excuse me.
We just don't do upholstery. We usually farm that out.
You farm that out. But what I'm trying to get to is Labor Day is usually where things start falling off on
That's
the
right.
lakes.
That's right.
It's the last hoorah for the family, the water skiing, and tubing and all that, and then they kind of just put them up. That's a great time to go ahead and get them winterized.
That's right, and it's important to put your boat away for the winter properly. If this is going to be your last weekend to get out, go buy the auto parts. I'd love for everybody to come by and buy my stuff, but I'll be honestly, you don't have to have what I have, but you do need to put a stay bill in that boat.
That's right.
The last time that you run it. Just to put it in the gas tank doesn't help. It needs to put in the gas tank and run through that fuel system and get in those carburetors. It makes a difference.
It makes a big difference.
That is the number one repair job that we will do in the springtime is carburetors. With this ethanol, it is the number one thing that we do.
And it's like a commercial. You can pay me now or pay me later.
Really, it is.
It's that way. It's that way.
And it's just a little bit of education. It's a $12 bottle. Pour it in there. It makes all the difference in the world.
David, a lot of guys though, when they get in there and they put their boat up, whether they put it in storage or put it in the garage, it was running when they put it in there. Yeah. Now it's not running. There's batteries. Those batteries need to be charged. If they're not charged, what happens to them?
Oh, they're gonna
they
run
die.
Off. Yeah, that's right. When they get all the way down and then they go through that freeze point, it
kills them.
It kills them.
You'll get a dead cell or something in there, and then the battery's no good. And then it's another $130 for another battery.
But a lot of folks, like we had a customer come in yesterday, and he purchased a battery. It was an older gentleman. He purchased a boat from him, purchased a battery. When he was leaving, I said, "Why are you purchasing a battery? You just bought a boat from me a year ago. You can't have a bad battery." He said, "Well, it wouldn't charge up." He had an onboard charger. And onboard chargers, if you run your battery all the way down, any of them, and you take and plug that onboard charger into your wall, it will not bring a battery that is dead 100% back up. What you have to do is you have to jump start that battery. And we literally just take another battery with jumper cables and put on it for 5 minutes, and then your charger will then bring that back up.
That's a great.
So he left yesterday. I said, "Let me loan you a battery." So I loaned him a battery yesterday. We charged his overnight. He came back in, gave the battery back, and took his battery on. And we refunded him his money because he actually bought a battery. I called him on the way out. I was like, no. So, but a lot of people don't know about that. And even in a boat like yours, and it's got the best battery charger you can get. It's got one of the best ones. But if a battery goes all the way dead, that onboard charger will not bring it back up. Will not bring it back up.
That's a great tip.
And you can leave that charger plugged in 24/7. It will not overcharge.
It will not overcharge.
People think that it will, but it will cut itself off.
It'll cut itself.
It's made to do that.
It's made to do that, and it's made to be plugged in all the time.
That's right. It's made so through the winter, leave it plugged in. But you talk about putting their boats away for the winter. One thing a lot of people don't check is they lower their motor and let the water out of the lower unit, out of where the prop is, but they need to check the lower unit fluid.
Right.
If it has any moisture in it at all, like maybe just a little fishing line that got in the little seal, you wouldn't realize it. And if it lets a little bit of water in there, you'll come back out in the springtime and that case will be busted.
David, hold on to those thoughts because we're going to talk. We got to take a quick break. But first off, let's do our product of the week. This week's product of the week is being brought to you by Highland Rim Tractor out there in Millersville, Tennessee. Miss Linda Story or John Story, either one will help you with your Mahindra tractor purchase out there. Go out there and check them out. They've got everything that it will take for you to make those food plots and keep those food plots gorgeous all winter long. All right, we got a great product for you tonight. My good friend Jeff Hill has taken not only his swim bait, but he's made it to where it's got a spinnerbait like hook to it now. He's putting skirts on them now. So Mad Dad Lures is making this thing to where, especially Lake Gunnersville, you can throw it out there and come right across the top of that grass. It has been very effective, and then once you get past that grass, just let it fall. And usually they will try to rip it out of your hands. But with the action of the swim bait, it sure makes it enticing for that big old girl to come after it and lock on to it. So Mad Dad Lures, give them a call or look at the website, maddadlures.com. Tell them you saw it right here on Southern Woods and Waters. We'll be right back with more in just a minute.